While I'm totally enjoying this whole alternate reality in which the Beatles catalog didn't exist, but can I get a real reality where these student loans don't exist no more? Hey everyone, it's Sharonda from Pay or Waits, and today I'm going to be reviewing Yesterday, which is directed by Danny Boyle, who's responsible for directing films such as 127 Hours, Slumdog Millionaire, 28 Days Later, and the list goes on and on. And this film stars Himesh Patel and Lily James as it centers around Himesh's character Jack, who is a struggling musician who is about to give up until he is thrown for a loop when he wakes up in an alternate universe in which the Beatles never existed. And so from then, the film really centers around as Jack is trying to figure out what the heck happened, but he begins to use this information to his benefit as he really re-releases the Beatles songs as his own, and it immediately launches him into stardom. And so going into, if you're new to my channel, I talk about what I liked about the film, what I didn't like about the film, and should you pay or wait to see this film in theaters. And so one of the things that I really appreciate about this film is that Danny Boyle always chooses unlikely protagonists for his films. And when you hear of a film that's going to be a fantasy comedy that centers around the Beatles catalog, you never really would think that they would cast an Indian man to play the lead character who also sings the Beatles songs. And Himesh is very captivating to watch on screen. He's a very relatable and lovable character, but also too, he has a really nice voice. I enjoy listening to him sing these Beatles songs throughout the course of the film, and it also makes it more believable why fans are instantly not only drawn to the good songs, but drawn to who Jack is as a person and as an artist. And so also too, in a world where we're basically talking about how Hollywood has run out of ideas, and we're seeing all of these biopic movies such as Rocketman and Bohemian Rhapsody, I love how they choose to pay homage to the Beatles, but not go in a traditional biopic route, but instead to go into this fantasy comedy. And so I love that they're trying to use new ideas, but also too as a way to pay homage to the Beatles. Now, Yesterday is actually a very funny film. It has a very funny cast, and I think that as a whole, each cast, each character or actor in this film, they do a very great job of bringing the comedic moments. Now, we know that Kate McKinnon, she's hilarious on her own. She's funny in this film as well, but also too, Ed Sheeran, who's playing Ed Sheeran, is surprisingly funny as well. But I have to give it up to, and I want to make sure that I get his name right. I believe that his name is Joel Fry, who plays Jack's friend Rocky. He was one of my favorite characters to watch, but also too, Himesh does a very great job of selling the comedy as he has these interactions with different people, as he is discovering that it might not just be the Beatles songs that are not relevant in this new universe that he's in. And also, too, I do love about Yesterday that it pokes fun at the music industry, where we are in a state of music where we kind of fallen astray from songs that have meaning to it, and more so the music industry trying to find songs that are catchy, that have gimmicks, so basically they can sell more records. Now, even though I had a lot of things that I enjoyed about Yesterday, I do have some issues with the film. And one of my main cons about the film really centers around the ability to really commit to what type of film Yesterday wants to be. In certain parts of the film, it is a fantasy comedy, but also too, it has this whole other story between Jack and Lily James's character. I believe her name is Ellie in this film. It also wants to be a romantic comedy. And because the film feels as though it's two different stories, because they never find a way to really mesh the two together, it really leads to the underutilization of Lily James. Because they don't fully commit to the romantic comedy portion of the film, we really don't get to see what Lily James can do. Now, we know that she has a great singing voice from her being in Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, but I just feel as though that they could have done more with her character. But also too, it does lead to some slow pacing, because in certain parts of the film where I think that where the movie goes in the right direction is when it tries to focus on the fantasy comedy, but because it tries to switch in between the two different genres, the movie does feel long at certain points in times. But overall, even though I did have flaws with this film, I'd had a great time watching yesterday. I enjoyed listening to the music. If you're Beatles fans, or if you're not even that deep into Beatles history, I think they do a very great job of choosing some more of their iconic songs to sing along to. The movie's funny from beginning to end, and I just left this movie having a big smile on my face. So what I will tell you guys to do with you and your coins for yesterday, I would tell you to pay to see this film in theaters. I think that everyone's going to have a great time. This is definitely one of the feel-good movies of the year. And so those are my thoughts on yesterday. As always, my name is Sharonda from Pay or Wait, and if you like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and make sure you hit that notification bell. And I love you guys 3000. I'll see you soon.